The 2026 Ford Maverick. We have some new updates to talk about, and there's also some confusion that needs to be cleared up regarding the 2026 Maverick. But first, let's start with the official updates from Ford themselves. Okay, Ford claims that the Maverick will continue to have a starting MSRP of $28,145. That is identical to the 2025 Maverick starting price. However, Ford hasn't completely unveiled the full MSRPs for all of the trim levels, but again, I'm going to come back to that number in just a moment. Also new, the 2-liter EcoBoost front-wheel drive model has been reintroduced to the 2026 lineup, and we still have both the EcoBoost and also the hybrid powertrain as well. The hybrid is what I personally recommend, and Ford estimates that the hybrids can get about 42 mpgs in the city. However, get the EcoBoost if you love speed, because the EcoBoost is genuinely really quick. But anyway, exterior updates include new paint colors. We have the Marsh Gray and the Orange Fury Metallic Tricoat. These are your two new colors for 2026. Now moving on to the interior space, the Lariat and the Tremor models feature a realigned power sliding rear window as an optional feature, and the power sliding rear window option extends to the XLT and the Lobo trims. There's going to be late availability on that. Now moving on to the technology, every 2026 Maverick comes standard with the Ford Connectivity Package, including a complimentary 1-year subscription, and there's also an optional 7-year package if you want to get that. As mentioned before, the 2-liter EcoBoost front-wheel drive model, it returns to the lineup, and it's going to offer a $1,000 discount versus the standard hybrid front-wheel drive on the XL and the XLT trims. All right, and Ford claims that the 2-liter EcoBoost all-wheel drive is now a no-charge upgrade versus the standard hybrid front-wheel drive. There's a lot of confusion regarding the official prices because Ford hasn't unveiled it, both on the consumer site and the journalist site that I am using. Anyway, regarding packages and options, the XLT Luxury Package 54L, it will no longer contain the 6-way passenger seat, and it maintains the standard 4-way passenger seat instead. All right. And a conventional spare tire is now offered as a standalone option with an increased availability, and the Sirius XM with 360L, that's an optional package if you want it. Those are all of your official updates from Ford themselves. Again, they have not disclosed the full MSRPs for all the trim levels. They do have an order guide available for 2026, and I'm going to have that on the screen for you to check out. Feel free to pause the video, screenshot that, do whatever you need to do. That can at least help clear up any confusion regarding the options. But the availability for the 2026 Maverick, it's going to be around late fall of 2025. If you look on a website like CarGurus, there's about 24,000 Ford Mavericks available for sale nationwide. That is quite a lot. However, if you sort by the 2026 model years, there's only about 576 as of right now. And it doesn't seem like any of these 2026 Mavericks have actually hit the dealership lot. They seem to still be in transit. If you go on the Ford consumer website, you can only build and price the 2025 Maverick, which is fine for right now. It gives us some context. So a base model XL, it's going to start at $28,145. That price does not include the destination charge of $1,695. So let's forget the destination for right now. Let's focus on that MSRP. So $28,145, that's exactly the same as what Ford claims on the press release. Okay, that's cool. But I was trying to dig around and hopefully see if there was any other credible sources that may have listed out the full sticker price. And I did find two sources. So Haggerty.com, they have an article talking about the 2026 Maverick, and they have the prices. And I also found one of those car dealerships that like to write up blog posts. So this particular dealership, they are called Jim Burke Ford, and they also have an article with the full prices for every trim of the 2026 Maverick. And the prices that both Haggerty and this Jim Burke Ford dealership, both of these prices actually line up. I double checked that. So you might be thinking, okay, cool, so these are the prices. However, there's still some confusion here because both Jim Burke Ford and Haggerty, they have the XL EcoBoost front-wheel drive starting at $28,840. However, that's clearly wrong because Ford themselves stated that the Maverick is going to start at $28,145, and destination charge is over $1,600. So yeah, take these prices with a grain of salt. It's probably going to be close to this, but it's not going to be exact. Honestly, you might just be better off looking at the 2025 prices as a better reference point, but up to you. I'm just sharing everything that's available as of right now, November of 2025. I usually like to help my audience save money with new car purchases. The Maverick is a truck that I genuinely really like. I love the interior space. I love driving it. I like the looks of it. Ford really knows how to design a product and really maximize the space, so I do appreciate that. And both drivetrains are great to consider. You know, get the EcoBoost if you love the speed, or get the hybrid if you prioritize the fuel efficiency. No problem, that's easy enough. And I also recommend just going with like the XLT package for the best value. But if you just look at the 2025 Ford Maverick pricing and you go on a website like JD Power, you can see the invoice price of a new vehicle. And for a 2025 Maverick, there's only like a $600 delta between MSRP to invoice, so not much. And when you look on Car Gurus, a lot of these dealerships, on the surface, they might be advertising crazy high discounts like 4K off the MSRP, but that's not really the case when you actually click on the dealership website. One of the better true dealer discounts that I've seen is actually like $1,500 off from some dealership in Georgia. Most other dealerships are only offering like $500-$600 off the MSRP, which is understandable because $600 off is literally invoice price. On most cars, I try to at least get like 10% off the MSRP. And to be real, with how many Mavericks are available for sale throughout the country, I mean, there's over 24,000. These dealerships should be offering a much larger discount. They should be motivated to move these things. So yeah, that one dealership offering $1,500 off, that's cool. But as always, try to get more off. And the $4,000 and the $5,000 off that you see, they're just adding in a bunch of incentives. Incentives are different from the dealer discount. Incentives come from the manufacturer, so things like the retail trade assistance and customer cash, that's separate. And of course, they want you to trade in your vehicle so they can screw you over on that. It would be ideal for you to like sell your car ahead of time to somewhere like CarMax or on your own or through consignment, whatever the case might be. Trading in a vehicle, the numbers always get convoluted. And also, I do have a free resource that can help you find all of the incentives. That's going to be AutoCompanion's free leasing calculator. So the leasing calc is great because it will also help you to truly understand leasing, so you no longer have to say things like, oh, leasing is just fleecing or leasing is just renting, because that's completely false. It's sad that there's not that much good information regarding leasing on the internet, but hopefully this resource can help you out. This leasing calc will show you the interest rate of a lease, the residual values, and once again, the incentives that you can get in your local zip code. Again, incentives stack on top of whatever dealer discount you're able to negotiate. So $1,500 off the sticker price of a $29,965 XL front wheel drive, that's about 5% off the MSRP. But when you scroll down on this calculator, there's various things like military cash, the Farm Bureau recognition, all kinds of things. Just click on the little icon and see if you can truly qualify for these various incentives. And all of these things like discounts, interest rates, incentives, they do change and update every month, but AutoCompanion's calculator will also update every month with the latest programs. So definitely check that out. You can use this to your advantage if you're trying to negotiate. Everything will be linked in the description box below. If you found value with this content, make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you again for watching. Take care and goodbye.